Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Merry Crisis.
Merry Crisis.
Happy Chrysler. Merkrim.
I'm Shandi.
I'm Kylee.
And this is
Seance with my siblings. Christmas
ghost stories from the internet.
Yes. Welcome
to the seance.
Ooh. Craig's not here today, so we have some ghost stories for you from around the wilds of Reddit.
Yes, we will. Yeah.
Other places on the interwebs.
We have postponed our regular programming to bring you these ghost stories.
Woo! Yippee!
Woo!
Yippee, yippee.
All right.
All right.
Oh, any ghost updates?
I don't think I have any ghost updates.
I have kind of a wild one.
Ooh, I'm excited.
I'm still not sure what to think about it or who it might be.
Okay.
So, Friday night, I'm asleep. And it's the hours, it's around 5 in the morning. And it's into Saturday morning, right? Mm-hmm. So it's really Saturday morning. Anyway, my shoulder, like my arm is hurting because of how I was sleeping. So I'm laying on my back, trying to will myself to fall back asleep, and I'm kind of almost there, and I feel on my right arm this poke, like,
ooh,
like that, and it feels exactly how Lucas does when he wakes me up, and I felt like that presence, like when someone's there staring at you.
Ooh, yeah.
So I sleep with earplugs. I have to. My husband snores. Anyway, so I take out my earplug, and I look over, and I go, Luke? No one is there.
Ooh. Ooh.
And I could still kind of feel someone there, and I'm just kind of like, and I'm going to ignore this. And I put my earplug back in, and I rolled onto my side, and I pulled the covers up. And
as you do.
I went back to sleep.
As you do.
It didn't feel like my father-in-law.
Who has poked you before.
He booped my head. It wasn't even a poke, it was a boop. This was like a poke. Like your kid is trying to wake you up. That feels exactly how Luke usually does, but he was definitely not there.
Ooh.
I know.
Interesting.
Yeah, and you know, if you've ever been woken up by a person, you can feel like they're just looming. Like sometimes Luke will just stand there and stare at me until I wake up with just his presence.
Lucas!
I know. But it's usually because he's like half asleep and needs something, so he's not like thinking.
It's like to mom my throat up.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's not do that, Luke. Okay. Anyway, that's my ghost update.
Ooh, that's spooky.
Comment down below what you guys think it might be.
Ooh.
I don't know who. It didn't feel like my father-in-law. I don't know. It didn't feel like anyone that is normally in the house. Maybe it's the pervy bathroom ghost. I don't know.
Maybe. Oh, I actually do have a ghost update.
Ooh.
At the haunted school.
Oh, I love the haunted school.
We were in the control center room of the lab where we
Again?
can we can make the mannequin talk and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it sounds like there's a knock on the control center room door, and we're like, like is something going on with the students? So we open the door, nobody's there. And the tech that's working was like, happens.
She's like, it's old news.
Yeah.
Yeah. When things like that happen often enough, you're just kind of like,
yeah, you literally, like, my house. My house is, I probably have thousands of ghost updates, but it's just always like.
It's so much. Well, yeah, like our power box was open again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And Peter was just like, the power box was open again. Nathan, stop it.
Stop it.
He'll never stop.
No. And he can't stop.
Anyway.
He won't stop. Anyway.
Should I go first?
Yes.
Okay.
And if you have ghost stories.
Please, for the love of everything that is beloved, send us your fucking stories.
Shandi's getting... Okay, you heard her. You heard the lady. seancewithmysiblings@gmail.com.
If you don't want your name in a jar.
Oh, shit!
Just kidding. I am just kidding. But seriously though, you guys, why are you holding holding out on us. At least tell us why you're holding out on us. Other podcasts said. Was it something we did? Are we the stinky kids?
Am I the problem? I think I might be the problem. Anyway, send us your ghost stories. seancewithmysiblings@gmail.com.
Anyway, this comes from Colo Birdie 85. And it goes like this. First Christmas after my grandpa died, I was 17 and still very confused on how to handle the shit show of emotions I was having. Christmas morning, I was sitting on the floor with my brother opening presents when we noticed 2 cards tucked in the tree.
Ooh.
Yes, sorry. My nose is nosing.
How dare you have a nose?
I know, it's a very annoying one too. I opened the one with my name on it, and it was in my grandpa's handwriting. All it said was, "Love you, Peanut," which was his nickname for me. He had passed in August.
Oh, full body chills.
Yes. And had never given me a card for Christmas in my life. They're 17 at this point.
That's wild.
Yes.
That is wild.
My mom refuses to acknowledge this happened, but my brother remembers it as well. Up until 9 years ago, there was a picture of me holding the card. But when I finally dealt with the grief I had shoved down, the picture vanished.
No. Oh,
I know. Chills.
Dude. That's a
Chills
good one.
run down my thighs. I am 5. Anyway.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Thank you for sharing that.
All right. This is by ZZ Granny. Titled My Ghosties Like Christmas. Back in 2010 in Nevada.
I love Nevada.
Nevada.
I'm obsessed with Nevada.
The story has its beginnings in 2008, shortly after a visit to Ohio in May that year. There was a lot of activity in my house during the summer and fall, some of which I have posted. The following is an account of happenings after that. I tend to get very homesick during the holidays, so my husband does everything within his power to alleviate the holiday blues that I suffer. We decorate the whole house. That year, we needed a new tree, as the one that we had started to shed its needles. It was a fake tree, so you know it was old. We got a cheap little thing from Walmart. I mean, this thing is ugly. The needles are shiny plastic, and it looks so fake. But we were running short on cash, and that was all we could afford for the time being.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do. Every year that we were in this house, I would find broken ornaments under the tree. The tree wasn't the only carpeted room in the house.
That's weird.
We kept a gate across the door so the dogs couldn't get into the room. Also, we had hanging above the entrance to the kitchen a wire sculpture. It looked like a forest in winter. The hall upstairs only had a railing, so you could see the door to the bedrooms. We would put a string of lights and some small ornaments on the sculpture and plug it into my son's bedroom. Again, every year, there would be at least one broken ornament lying on the floor by the kitchen. Numerous times I would wake up and go downstairs to find the big tree lit, knowing full well I had turned it off before going to bed. My husband likes garage sales.
Oh, same.
And he had purchased an almost life-size Santa with a motion detector.
Oh, no.
He sings probably 8 or 10 songs. We never left him plugged in long enough to find out, as he liked to start singing on his own.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yep.
I'm afraid enough of Santa as it is.
Are you claustrophobic?
Yes and yes.
Where are we?
We
never left him plugged in.
Yeah.
That Christmas, while we were cleaning up after opening presents, I asked, "What about the ghosties? Did anyone get the ghosties a present?" No sooner had those words left my mouth when crash! Lying on the floor under the sculpture was a broken ornament. We were all in the living room at the time, as we had just finished opening our gifts. Unfortunately, like so many others in this great country, we lost our house to foreclosure, and in January began the
2008.
unpleasant task of finding a new home to rent. We found a really nice place in the same area and began moving in February. We had a lot of storage space in our old home, and if we realized how much stuff we had accumulated over 10 years, we would have started packing a lot sooner. I mentioned in my previous story the fascination that the garage door held for my friends. Throughout the month, as we were taking things from the house, the door closed several times, all on its own.
Yee.
The final day we were there, it closed 3 times.
No.
My son, Junior, said that our friends didn't want us to leave. So I said to the air, you guys can come with us if you want. I did my final walkthrough and said goodbye to my home. I repeated those words in every room. We were in our new house a few weeks, and my husband decided to have a garage sale of his own. I wasn't sure if my friends had followed, as I hadn't seen or heard anything out of the ordinary. I had just come home from work the day and seated myself by my stepdaughter at the rear of the garage and was engaged in small talk. Situated under the garage door were my husband's keyboards, the musical kind, and a gentleman and his son were considering them. My husband walked away to search for the adapters, and all of a sudden, the garage door started coming down right over the man and his son.
No.
My husband ran over and pushed the little boy out of the way and got the door back up. He apologized and said he didn't know why that happened. Well, I knew why. I sat there giggling. No one else could find the humor. One other note. We had the Santa for sale. However, no one
wanted that fucker because he's scary.
Throughout the rest of the year, there were only a few small happenings. The washer became unplugged. The light that we leave on for the dogs in the family room was turned off one evening, though I was sure I had turned it on. I remember the white spots in my eyes because I had looked down in the shade to see if it was lit. It also had become unplugged after I had let the puppies outside and gone to the laundry room for my work, clothes, and a few other less spectacular things. My holiday blues seemed to worsen every year, and this last year was no exception. When we put up the tree that we got the previous year, we discovered that it was way too small for this house. So we decided to put it in the family room by the fireplace and get another for the living room. I was worried about my puppies getting into it, as the family room is their domain. They own that room. I know what you mean.
Yes, I know all about that. We both do.
They are Jack Russell Terriers, and if you don't know anything about them, they eat everything. They are not allowed anywhere else in the house. My husband placed it on the hearth. He decorated the mantle with garland, our stockings, etc. He then strung the lights along it. It really was pretty. He had to plug it in behind the television, and I protested the inconvenience, so we put an extension cord with a remote on it so that all we had to do was push a button, and like magic, the whole thing lit up. The day we put the tree up, I cleaned the living room really well. The floor in the living room is that phony hardwood stuff. I clean it by damp mopping. I had just finished mopping and leaned to mop against the wall at the bottom of the stairs. My son Brandon, my husband, and I went upstairs to allow the floor to dry and play on our computers a bit. We were in a conversation when we heard a thump, and good old Santa started singing. I thought the noise sounded like a dog bark, but my son and husband said it sounded like the mop falling. We were discussing this through Santa's song, and had come to the conclusion that he had a sound sensor also. When he started a new song, I started laughing, and Brandon had this look of disbelief on his face. When the song ended, he went to the foot of the steps and started clapping and yelling, "Hey Santa, wake up," and stomped his feet a few times. He crossed his arms in a hump style and stood there staring, fully perplexed at Santa for at least a good 5 seconds. Suddenly, Santa turned toward my son and started singing. Well, the weather outside is frightful. He threw his hands in the air and ran back upstairs. I would too. I laughed until I cried. My husband, a non-believer, yeah right, went down and unplugged him. He's such a party pooper. Again, almost every morning when I woke up, both trees would be lit. I do not go to bed without turning them off, with the exception of Christmas Eve.
Yes.
My boys pay the electric bill, which makes them very conscious about leaving lights on, so I know they would not be so careless. The tree in the living room was plugged into an outlet that had to be switched on by light switch on the wall near the front door. On one of the rare occasions that I woke up and they were off, I was sitting at the little table in the kitchen having my coffee. I wake up fairly early. It was about 2:45 a.m. That is early.
That's too early.
Much too early. Brandon had just come home, and we were talking about things at work. They must, like, work a weird shift.
They live in Nevada, so that is very possible they work. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they work in the same store.
Oh,
okay. Our house
stores there are a lot of
24
them are open
hours,
24 hours.
yeah. Our house now is a split level, and you can look down into the family room from the kitchenette. Or kitchen. I don't know why I said kitchenette. I asked him something and glanced into the other room, and pop, the tree lit up. I looked at Brandon, and again, that perplexed look on his face. I said, "Good morning, ghosties, and Merry Christmas." We looked for the remote and found it on top of the water cooler under 2 baseball caps. And yes, the water cooler does vibrate slightly when it's plugged in. We had unplugged it the morning to defrost it as the water level was low and it freezes up. My husband says that the trees were lit by someone else's garage door opener or radio transmissions from airplanes.
Gaslight.
They must be really strong waves to be able to flip a light switch. While we were trimming the tree in the living room, I placed a couple of small hand-crocheted stockings on it and told my ghosties that they were for them and asked them to please not break any ornaments this year. They didn't. So you just gotta talk to your ghosts. You gotta talk to your ghosts. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Her husband. It's someone else's
radio waves. Garage clicker.
Opener.
Yeah.
How make that make sense, sir?
Make it make sense, sir.
It doesn't. Just scary. He doesn't want to admit that there's ghosties turning on his.
Yeah. So don't forget to leave out a plate of cookies and milk for Santa and stockings for your ghosts.
Yeah. Aw. I need to get ghost stockings. Anyway.
That's actually a good, offering idea.
Yeah, I love that. Thanks, person who wrote that.
Yeah.
This is called Tucking Her In by Can't Unsee It.
Ooh.
I know. It was the Christmas holiday season, and one morning when I was just getting home from work and my wife was getting ready to leave for work. Oh, so they're like 2 ships passing in the night.
Aww.
She told me that someone was tucking her in very gently at night.
Ooh.
And thought maybe it was a loved one that had passed. I was surprised and kind of forgot about it until a couple of weeks later. She told me that it happened again, and I tried to keep an open mind. In that house, she slept about 3 feet from the opposing mirrored closet hallway. Hallway closet? Yes. So there's a closet in the hallway with a mirror that she slept across from.
Oh no, I can see where this is going.
Yes. Where they had previous spirit experiences with this mirror. I didn't like thinking about her being visited while I was at work and tried not to worry. Aww. My work schedule was typically 4 straight nights from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and on my 5th night, I would change my sleeping hours to sleep with my wife, who usually went to bed around 10:30 p.m. I usually went to bed by 8 p.m. Yeah, makes sense. I would wake up between 2 to 3 a.m. On one of those nights, I was awakened around 2:30 and both of my feet were being pulled down by a steady pull.
Ooh.
At the end of the bed. Gross. That's happened to me before. It was horrible. It was only 1 foot, though.
Still spooky.
Yeah. We left the outside Christmas lights on all night, and there was enough light in the room to see our male Yorkie at the end of the bed looking down at the ground. I immediately sat up and looked over the end of the bed, brave, and saw nothing but solid wood to the floor below the covers, as this bed has drawers under it. Okay. I'm guessing or thinking that whatever this was had probably slithered from the mirrored hallway.
Ooh. I love that they described it as slithered.
My wife wakes up from my movement, and I tell her that she wasn't kidding, and I had just had my feet pulled down slowly at the end of the bed. She tells me that she has had that also happen to her. Kind of a cool experience. I love your positive outlook. Can't unsee it. Second and last blanket pulling encounter.
Ooh.
It was 2 days before Christmas, and I was off work for the holidays, so I was home sleeping with my wife in bed.
Ooh.
And laying flat on my back with my feet sticking straight up. My feet are size 11 and my wife's are a size 6, so mine stuck up much higher in the bed and were very close to the edge. It's early a.m. again, and I am startled awake, by extreme pain as my toes are being bent straight down.
Dang.
He's like, my toes are not flexible. Dang.
Like forward or backward?
It said straight down, so his feet are like, sticking up straight like this, so they're like pulling him
forward. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Or, yeah, I don't know. There was some strength to pull the covers and my feet into the mattress. So I'm guessing they're pushing them down. Like the blanket is pushing it. Yeah.
Okay, so the blanket's folding them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And pushing them down hard, and it's impressing his whole feet into the mattress.
Okay.
I immediately pulled my feet back and woke up my wife, this time not getting up and looking over the edge of the bed. Fair. Kind of distressed by it and did not want to know what was pulling on the blanket. Fair. Over the next 2 nights, we decided to take the camera to bed and videotape to see what we could see. Okay.
If you say so.
Just this is why we're just trying to catch ghosts.
Yeah.
It's for ghost purposes.
They made this up because their friend saw the camera in the bedroom.
Or their mom.
Or their grandma.
Oh, I'm clutching my pearls. Anyway. Okay. It was odd that while we were laying in bed, videotaping toward our feet, that our little Yorkie was at the end of the bed looking down again. He normally laid right between us at the head of the bed. While filming, we had many dust orbs appear on the camera, but some would come right at us, an abrupt change in direction. A couple of large orbs came off the bed and shot straight up, quickly. Never noticed blanket puller happening again. That was written weird. And hoped it was just a loved one who came around for the holidays, but we'll never know. Ooh. And then they give their wife credit for typing and editing this story.
Good job, wife.
But not her name. Just wife.
Just wife. Just capital W.
By wife. Yep.
When you were talking about the mirror, I thought you were going to say she saw the person like tucking her
that
in
would have been
mirror.
Wild.
That's what I thought that was going.
Nope. No, he just hates that mirror because of other experiences.
Fair. That was a good one.
That was good.
Yeah.
It was fun.
All right. This is The Child in the Window by Carol Ann 1015.
I already don't like this. I hate that title.
My story takes place in Virginia at Christmas time. My sisters, my parents, and I were outside decorating the house, and my brothers were inside. What happened was actually very surprising to me because I haven't seen anything like it before. While hanging up a string of Christmas lights, I heard my dad say, "Who's in the window?"
Isn't me.
And all of us looked up to my parents' bedroom window.
Oh, no.
On the second floor, which faces the front of the house. When I looked up, I saw... Why was it just so southern?
Your southern sand came out, Kylie.
That was bad.
That was funny.
I saw, that's even worse, a boy under the shades in the window. I didn't see any facial features or anything else. I only saw the dark outline, like a shadow, standing under the blinds. At first, my dad thought it was my brothers playing in their room, so he asked me to go tell them to please get out of the room. So I went inside, and all 3 of my brothers were in the living room, fast asleep on the couch.
Uh-oh.
I was really shocked because nothing like that had happened before. There had been other things that had happened around the house that I thought were odd. For example, we would sometimes play cards as a family, and when we were done, we'd put the stack of cards on top of the TV stand we had. And every once in a while, the cards would fly off one by one until the whole stack was on the floor, and we would just watch it happen.
They're just sitting there like, well, it's happening again.
Another example is the shower curtain has flown open when I was in the shower before, and the door was locked, so no one could have gotten inside.
Pervy bathroom ghosts.
Pervy bathroom ghosts. Also, it sometimes feels like there's a hand set on my shoulder as if he is being protective of me.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I've never felt scared or intimidated by this presence at all. We have moved since then a few times because my dad was military, and every house we went to, we still had the same experiences, like he was following us around. I just want to know what he wants. Is there maybe something he's looking for? What does his presence in our house mean? I'm just looking for answers. This is not too urgent because he has never been mean or harmful in our house. I just want some advice on maybe why he is here.
It feels like family to me.
Yeah, that feels like a family presence.
That's what my gut says. It's family.
Yeah, and they're being kind of playful and like...
Just silly.
Yeah.
It might be family that like you didn't know in your lifetime.
Like maybe your grandma had a brother or Uncle Joe or
something. Yeah. That'd be interesting to know what family has passed that it could be, that it reminds someone of. I wonder if anyone's ever seen anyone besides the little girl in the window.
The little boy.
Little boy, sorry.
It's okay. The child.
The child.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. I know sometimes people appear younger when they come by for a visit, so I don't know if that's like the situation.
Or maybe it was like a child and they're with you because they are family and they're like...
And they died when they were young, so they didn't have an adult form to appear in.
Yeah, and because it doesn't feel menacing.
Right. It's not like one of those situations where I'm like, that's not a kid.
Yeah, that's not a kid.
Because it feels like they can come and go as they please, which I feel like spirit can. Unless they don't want to.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't feel like something pretending to be a kid.
No.
It feels like either that's how they're showing up or it's family.
Which sometimes certain mischievous ghosts that are human spirits will show up as children so that people will interact with them more. I think, that's in a few famous haunted places, I think that's happening.
Yeah.
But the ghost, it's not malicious, so it's not bad. It's just they know people will want to talk to them more if they're a kid.
If they're a kid.
Yeah. Which is kind of shitty of them, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's not hurting anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good story, too.
It was really good. Spooky little boy in the window. Oh, yeah, it's my turn. I'm like, why are you just sitting there? The Chiming Clock.
Ooh.
By IBS 2011.
Irritable bowel syndrome 2011.
I know. Hope you got that
taken care of.
Hope your IBS symptoms are under control, buddy. Okay.
I love that.
I know.
That's funny.
People's usernames always give me a chuckle. Well, some of them give me a chuckle.
Yeah.
Like the one, ate your cake for ya.
Yeah.
That one was funny. Anyway, in 1992, Hurricane Andrew went through Homestead, Florida, and my unit was then temporarily stationed in Tampa, Florida. During this time, I flew my son back and forth from Tampa to Miami to be with his dad. Due to this, I had many frequent flying miles and was invited to Fitchburg, Massachusetts for Christmas by the family of my best friend.
Ooh.
A little background on the house. So this is a Floridian, Massachusetts haunting.
Ooh.
Both.
Twofer.
It's a twofer. It had been in the the home had been in the family for 40 years and had one time been a morgue. The basement was dug out by the mother. I don't know if that makes sense. But another set of stairs led to another basement where they said the bodies were kept. I don't know what mother is supposed to mean there. Sorry, everyone. It is now being used for their carpet store. So they're keeping carpets stored in the morgue.
Slay.
Nice. They sell oriental rugs in the garage by the house.
Okay.
The mother died from cancer in the home.
Oh, okay. So like maybe the mother that
she dug out the
That,
basement.
yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense.
The day of the encounter, my friend and I went into Salem.
Woo-hoo.
And of course, went through the Witch Museum.
Slay.
And I bought tons of ghost books. Good for you. IBS 2011. That night, I decided to go upstairs to read said books. Smart. I could see the lights from downstairs and everyone laughing at the television show they were watching. I became tired and turned off the lights. As I laid there all nice and warm, the little cuckoo clock by the beds chimed. Thinking nothing of it, I rolled over to face the door. As I laid there, a bright light, like Tinkerbell.
Ooh.
Oh, I love that part of the ride where the blue fairy comes. Sorry.
You're okay.
I don't know. I thought about the blue fairy. That has nothing to do with Tinkerbell.
It's a
totally different ride.
Fairies.
Yeah. So Tinkerbell, a Tinkerbell-like light came through the bedroom door and floated to my bed. I knew immediately that it was my best friend's mom. I had never met her, so I said, "Thank you, Mrs. D, for inviting me to your home." I then rolled over to face the wall and fell asleep. The next day, I told her daughter what happened when I mentioned the clock, Her eyes got really big, and she said, "That clock has not worked in years."
No. Oh,
I know.
Chills.
Isn't that so good?
That's a good one.
So not only did the fairy light come in,
the clock chimed.
Yes.
Ooh.
I know that's not a real fairy light, guys. Come on. But yeah. The
Yeah.
light orb.
Yeah. The orb.
That's wild.
That's a good one.
That's a good,
I like
one's
that
sweet.
one. That is
That's
sweet.
and heartwarming. I love that.
Yeah. Very good.
And I love that they just, sometimes you just know. You just know who it is.
You just know. Yeah. Like the presence.
Yeah.
Mine's not so heartwarming.
Oh, shit. Let's end on a bad note.
A Little Christmas Story by Deleted on r/High Strangeness.
Oh, I've never been to that sub.
This is absolutely true, although there may be a rational explanation I've never thought of to explain it.
Let's see if we can debunk it.
Around 25 years ago, I was working in a care home for the elderly on night shift. There was another member of staff on the premises, asleep on the top floor, but otherwise I was alone for 10 hours. The person was only there in case someone passed away or fell, or I needed urgent help. Otherwise, they were never to be disturbed. The building itself was old and a listed building in a small village and quite isolated. It had previously served as a children's home, a place for soldiers to recover in World War II. Gosh, a mush mouth going on.
That's okay.
It was a nice place and the residents were treated very well. I probably need more caffeine in my life. On a few occasions, always when I was cleaning out the lounges, I'd see a jet black tall man walk swiftly through the old main door and through a newly added wall. The first time I saw him, I was quite unsettled. After 2 or 3 times, I figured he was a recording or a past event somehow replaying.
So like a residual haunting. Okay.
Other times, objects would move an inch or two. For example, a glass of water slid across the table by itself and almost gave me heart failure.
Sometimes that's just condensation, but
Sometimes
other times
that
it's
is.
not.
Yes.
So, yeah.
One night, on Christmas Eve, close to midnight, a resident came wandering down the hallway. She couldn't sleep and wanted hot chocolate. She kept saying the children were keeping her awake.
Those naughty kids.
Naughty. She was one of the residents that sometimes got confused. So I made her a drink and settled her into the lounge. I figured she could keep me company while I ironed. I remember the days of being a CNA and doing laundry and stuff.
Yep.
Then a call bell went off. I went to answer it, and another resident said they couldn't sleep because of the children laughing. That unsettled me a bit.
Yeah, because now you've got 2 people saying it.
It's not just your confused resident now. It's...
Well, and I swear the confused ones see even more, and people don't listen because they're like,
she's just confused. Yeah. That unsettled me a bit, so I searched the building and checked on everyone, 20 people. Everything was fine, and most were sound asleep. 5 or 10 minutes later, a third resident used the buzzer and asked me to shush the children.
You're like, I would love to. I don't know what's going on, though. There are no living children here.
No children. I was a bit rattled at this point, with 3 people saying it. Yep. So, I thought I'd search again and make sure no one had the put their TV on loudly. Just as I was about to go upstairs, a single marble rolled down the corridor and hit me in the foot.
No.
I heard the distinctive sound of children laughing, more of a giggle. Knowing I had elderly people to look after and protect, I ran towards the sound. No one was there. And there was no way anyone could have run off because I would have heard the fire doors open and shut.
Mm-hmm.
I searched the whole building anyway and checked every door and window. Everything was fine. No TVs or radios on. Nothing. I went back to the main door and hit the outside lights. Not a soul in sight. I went back inside and said aloud, okay, give me a break. I'm scared enough. And I was scared. My hands didn't stop shaking all shift. The rest of the night was fine, though. I did work there for roughly a year after, and aside from a few lights turning themselves off, nothing else of note happened. I still have the marble, though. I kept it. Just to mention, I only worked 3 nights a week because I had another job, but as nice as the place and residents were, they could never hang on to night staff. They always left after 1 or 2 shifts. Until the law changed and 2 staff members had to be awake and working.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to be brave when you have someone to be brave with you.
Yep.
That is so funny, and that's just another instance of you got to talk to the ghosts.
You got to talk to the ghosts.
They're just people.
Yeah.
Little silly, mischievous.
Who would have thought that communication would solve problems?
Never me.
Never.
Stonewalling, ignoring,
gaslighting.
That solves problems.
Yep. Absolutely. So this is your sign to talk to your ghosts if they're causing trouble.
Yeah.
You're running amok. I didn't get to watch that in October. I didn't get to watch a lot of Halloween movies.
We didn't watch any of our.
I've watched more spooky movies in November than
you did in October. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can still watch Nightmare Before Christmas or Hocus
But yeah, Craig and I were talking and we're like, well, this whole winter season is spooky.
Yeah.
The veil is at its thinnest.
Well, and Victorians used to tell ghost stories at Christmas time.
Yes, there's that song. You know the song? There'll be tales of the glories and scary ghost stories of Christmases long, long ago.
Yep.
It's the most wonderful time.
See, I sing that song at Halloween.
Yes. But yeah, the Victorians did used to tell ghost stories for fun. It's kind of fallen out of practice. I wish it didn't.
Well, but we could bring it back.
We are bringing it back.
We are bringing it. Well,
we're
doing it literally right now. We're bringing it back.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Ghost stories at Christmas. Not
Slim
Shady.
Ghosts are back. Ghosts are back. Ghosts are back.
Did they ever really leave?
No.
They've been here all along.
Maybe the ghosts were the friends we made along the way. Okay. Well, it's been real. I've mush-mouthed my way through some stories. Got real stampede on everyone today. I hope you enjoyed. That's my sultry ass off. Yeah.
Send us your Christmas ghost stories to seancewithmysiblings@gmail.com or send them to us on
Instagram or TikTok. Or comment them on YouTube if you really feel like that. Facebook. Yeah. You can find us on everything at Seance with My Siblings.
Tell a spooky friend about us, please. And tell a spooky friend about other podcasts you enjoy. Because most of us podcasters are doing this simply because we love it. Not because of any other reason.
We are here because we love a ghost.
Yeah. And it's very cool and validating to see we have Podbean where we can see in what states and what episodes and how many people are downloading things. So it's really nice to know that we're not just screaming into the void.
Yeah. Nevada is still popping off.
They've been popping
off for a while. Hi, Nevada.
Hi, Nevada.
Nevada, if you have ghost stories, send them to seancewithmysiblings@gmail.com.
Nevada, I'm coming to visit you in December.
Ooh.
Not saying when. You'll know about it after.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all over the world we've got listeners.
Yeah, it's
and we
wild.
appreciate
Yeah. We appreciate all y'all for listening to our shenanigans.
That's what I appreciate about you.
Go watch Letterkenny.
Do go watch Letterkenny. That's actually a good December watch. Go watch Letterkenny.
And then watch Shoresy. I love Canada.
Canada.
I can't even say Canada anymore.
Canada.
My friend misspoke once when we were teenagers and said Canada. And then,
so now you just say Canada.
And that's, we all just...
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks everyone.
Thanks for listening.
Drink your water.
See you next time.
Take your vitamins. Make good choices.
Send us ghost stories.
Make the good choice of sending us your ghost stories.
The best choice you can make this holiday season
is to send
your ghost
free.
Story to seancewithmysiblings.
It is one of the only free things you can do this season.
We need to make like one of those like Christmas like sad dog videos like in the arms of the angel.
We can have Sadie the haunted doll destroyer in it.
Only you can save these poor podcasters by sending a donation of a ghost story.
Okay.
Okay, bye.